Good morning, students. I'm Aishwarya Pahwa. I'm your maths teacher. Before starting today's class, I would like to give you some of the instructions. Please maintain the decorum of the class. If you want to answer my question, then please raise your left hand. And if you have any queries, then you can clear that after my topic. So, please be ready with your maths books and notebooks. So, I would like to start with some basic concepts that you must have already know. You all know about whole numbers. So, when we add two whole numbers, is the result a whole number?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So, okay. And if I take two numbers, say 3 plus 2, what is the answer?
5.
Great. And if I add 2 plus 3, then what is the answer?
Again 5.
Great. So what do you see here? Is 3 plus 2 same as 2 plus 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, amazing. Now if I take another example to you, if I take three numbers, say 2, 3 and 5, and I want to add them, what will I get?
10.
Great. If I want to add 2 and 3 first, so we all know that we can put a bracket and then solve it. So now if we solve, and if I get 2 plus 3, what is 2 plus 3?
5.
5. And again if I add this 5 to it, what will I get?
10.
Great. If I want the other way round, if I want to add 2 plus 3 plus 5, then what am I supposed to do now? 3 plus 5 is?
8.
Great. So 2 plus 8 is what?
10.
Absolutely correct. So you see, if I take 2 plus 3 plus 5 together, or if I take 2 plus 3 and then add 5 to it, or if I add 3 plus 5 and then add 2 to it, are my answers same in each case?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So now I would like to ask you all, what is closed, commutative and associative property?
Okay, ma'am.
So today we are going to start with properties of addition of whole numbers. So, like I asked you, what is closed, commutative and associative property? So, let's take a brief of that. If I am taking two whole numbers, say 5 and 6, they are my whole numbers, right? And when I am adding them, 5 plus 6, I am getting, what am I getting?
11.
11. So 11 is again my whole number. So I am taking 5 and 6, both are whole numbers. And when I am adding, then I am getting again a whole number. So this property of addition is called closure property, and whole numbers are said to be closed under addition.
Okay, ma'am.
Great. Second property that I would like to discuss with you all is commutative property. You all know it, but you just don't know the names. So here you all are understanding the names of those properties. So when you are adding 5 with 3, you are getting 8. And when you are switching the numbers and putting 3 plus 5, you are again getting an 8. So when you switch the numbers, the answers you get same, then that property is known as commutative property.
Okay, ma'am.
Great. So now the third property we have. In third property, it's called associative property. In associative, like we have discussed just before this, that when we are taking three numbers, let's say some different numbers, suppose 5, 4 and 3. And if I am adding them simply without putting any brackets, so we will be adding them from left to right simply. 5 plus 4 is 9 and 9 plus 3 is 12. And when I am adding 5 with 4 first and then adding it to 3, so 5 plus 4 will give me 9 and 9 plus 3 will give me 12. The other way around, if I keep 5 outside and add 4 plus 3 to first, so 5 plus 4 plus 3 is 7 and 5 plus 7 is again 12. So you see, in associative property, we group and add. So like when we are grouping the numbers and then adding them and we are getting each time the same answer, then that property of addition is known as associative property. I hope all the three properties, close, commutative and associative, are clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now let's understand how to apply these properties to make your calculations easier. So now these are your questions. You all know how to add them. But to save time and so that you can do your calculations mentally also, we have our three properties that we have just discussed. So the first using those properties, we are going to solve our first question. So if I take the first question, it's 22 plus 15 plus 8. You can have easily solved by solving it from left to right, 22, then 15, then 8. But taking that, you have to calculate 22 plus 15. So here is where we can use our properties. So first and foremost, which property we are going to use is commutative property. And if you all remember, in commutative property, we just switch the numbers. Here we are having three numbers, 22, 15 and 8. So I am just going to switch my 15 with 8. Here where I am using the commutative property. So this is becoming 22 plus 8 plus 15. Now here again I can use one property, that is your associative property. So when you are using associative property, so you can put 22 plus 8 in bracket. That means we are going to add 22 plus 8 first, then followed by addition of 15. So 22 plus 8 gave us 30. 30 plus 15 is quite simpler to solve, which is 45. So like this, getting the answer of 2-digit additions like that, it can be extended to even 3 digits. You can easily solve your problems and mentally you can even add if you remember these properties, commutative and here the associative. Now coming to the second question. Second question is similar to the first one. Now can anyone tell me what property we can use first?
Commutative.
Yes, very good. Again, we are going to use the commutative property, and you see that you can switch the numbers. 18 with 9. So that will make our calculation again very much simpler. So 31 add 9 add 18. And then again we can use our associative property to first solve 31 with 9 and then solve the resultant with 18. So 31 add 9 will give you 40, and addition of 40 with 18 can be done mentally even, which is 58. So here we got the answer to such questions where there are 2 digits additions. There are even 3-digit additions where you can use the commutative property and associative property to make your calculations easier. Now I will be providing you with some of the homework questions so that you can try them out by your own. Okay, so these are your homework questions. After revising all the properties that we have discussed today, please try to attend these homework questions. I hope you understand today's topic. Thank you.